Do leaders in ECOWAS think about Africa? Do you think the leaders who are in ECOWAS think about the development of Africa? Do you think the leaders who are in ECOWAS are thinking how to move Africa forward? Never. They are never thinking of it. Why are they never thinking of it? Because if any leader is not in support of ECOWAS, you will be punished in all ways to make you suffer. This makes so many African leaders to feel afraid today to say that we don't want the West anymore. Because when you say we don't want the West, they try to assassinate you. How many times do they try to make coup against Abdurrahman, Burkina Faso coup leader? How many times? We have been seeing all, it was all strategies planned by France and EU. We know. People will be afraid to tell France and EU that they are behind those coups against Abdurrahman. We know it. Yes. We know it, and we are also planning our own things, but we know what is going on. You know, how many times do they plan to assassinate Abdurrahman? How many times? Americans have gone to Abdurrahman country in Niger to dig up underground to have access to his Abdurrahman. It was impossible. We have been watching all this. And you know, so this makes so many of these coward leaders in ECOWAS to feel afraid to stand and say the truth and defend their own peoples. Because they feel like, if you stand and say that you don't want West, the West is going to find you and they will kill you. They will assassinate you at the end of the day. So nobody want to die. None of them want to die. None of them want to suffer. They said, if you go out from the West, you can never get the money to borrow from the West. So they have to live as a slave so that they will be getting money from the West. I tell you, CFA is now banned. Will now be banned in all these 3 countries. CFA will no more be there. CFA currency. What is CFA currency? CFA currency is a development. Africans will work on CFA to develop France. This is what African Francophone countries were doing. Any Francophone country that is using CFA, France CFA, you are using it, the development, the benefit is all going to France. France have their own currency. How many of the African countries have created currency for Europeans? None of us. None of our African countries can create currency for Europeans. Why will they create it for us? In fact, if you will create something for me, then create what you have. Create something for me that you have, if you want me to develop. But why are you creating something for me that you don't use and that you don't want to use, but you create it for me to use? So that is the Francophone countries. The Francophone countries, France creates CFA for them. France CFA for them. France is using euro. If truly France want the Francophone countries to be developed, I think they should give them the euro to use. If truly these people even love Africa, they want Africa to be developed, I think they should tell African leaders to come together and build up one currency. Since the Europeans come together and build up one currency for Europe, I think that's what should happen. Since Europeans come together and build up one currency for themselves, a very heavy currency, because they knew when African leaders come together and build up one currency for Africa, that currency is gonna be the most highest currency in the whole world. It is gonna be built on gold. Yeah, we have the capacity to build a currency that no currency will be powerful than that currency in the global market. I tell you, we control the global market. Every oil and every diamond or every gold that is sold in the global market today is from Africa. Yes. But because due to the fake leaders we have in Africa, they use them. Today, every oil, majority of the oil that have been sold in the global market that was owned by Americans were all from Africa. Why do euro, pound, star, and dollar have to be powerful than African currencies? Because they separate Africans. They don't let Africans to unite and build up one currency. They don't let it to happen. When Mohammed Gaddafi improved it, what do? Assassinate him. They send him out. Because they knew when it happened, Africa will be great. Africans, you can only be great when you are ready to die and fight for